You're scary. You probably have NOED, don't you? You have NOED. You so have NOED. There's no way you don't have NOED. There's no way. Yeah, I knew it. Someone who swings like that has NOED. Ah, yes, the classic NOED experience. This is something every survivor has experienced at some point when playing Dead by Daylight. NOED is one of the original general perks for killers, and it's been a consistent way for killers to get the upper hand on unsuspecting survivors. NOED has seen its fair share of adjustments, buffs, and nerfs, and it's often viewed as an easy tool for newer players to utilize when first learning the game. Is it the best form of training wheels for the modern killer experience? Not really. I'd argue it's more of a crutch more than anything, but this perk has been around since this game was released, so I can't really knock anyone for using it, even though it's a perk that often finds itself at the root of some survivor complaints. And in most cases, the complaints aren't that valid, as NOED is not nearly as strong as it used to be. And besides all of that, the best part about NOED existing in this game is the risk factor it can bring into every match. There's times when NOED brings some much needed spice to a match that is really lacking any punch. It can make the endgame more intense and leave the outcome of a match up in the air. But not knowing if a killer has this perk, or trying to decipher if a killer has NOED during the course of a match, is honestly one of the most thrilling parts of playing Survivor. As any experienced player can tell you, it's usually easy to spot when a killer will have NOED. From my perspective, it's a gut instinct that you learn over time when playing against killers with NOED. Now for newer players, there are some potential warning signs that can be used to figure out if a killer has NOED. Here's a few of the most common warning signs. Overall playstyle is messy and or they are struggling in chase. And by that I mean a lot of whiffing, easily mind-gamed or loopable, and sometimes it involves tunneling a survivor out of the game as quickly as possible. It's a killer that has a strong power, and they seem to be struggling way more than usual. There's very few identifiable perks before the end game is reached. And default cosmetics, such as the non-prestige based cosmetics and other ones like Frosty Eyes, which is honestly one of the most common warning signs out there. Now sometimes even when you think a killer has NOED, they can end up not having it at all. And then there's times when a killer has NOED when you least expect it. But overall, the general rule of thumb with NOED has been pretty consistent over the years. There's a reason why most experienced players are able to sniff out NOED, and thus why the general warning signs for NOED are very reliable. Now going back to the beginning of this video, I recently played a match where I completely underestimated the chance for NOED until it was essentially too late to do anything to try and prevent any potential fallout. All I could do was hope that I was wrong and just loop for my life. But in this match, there was something the killer did or had that was a sign of NOED that I would argue should be included in the general rule of thumb for NOED users, if it isn't already. I never realized what the killer did or had until the match was already over, and while I'd argue that what I missed can be difficult to spot in the moment, in retrospect, I really should have picked up on it. What was it exactly? Well, anyone with an eagle eye probably noticed it right away, but the killer paired NOED with another general perk. Oh my god, unrelenting as well. That makes it even better. So yeah, I'm now submitting unrelenting as another warning sign of NOED if it wasn't already one. How often the killer whiffs is certainly one thing to consider, but the duration of the whiffs is even more important. And you know what, sometimes you can spot the NOED from a mile away, but you can't do anything about it because you're stuck in a chase or you can't find the totems to cleanse them in time. That's just the DBD experience. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.